Today, I want to tell you a simple story that can change how you see yourself and how you learn English. Many learners feel excited at the beginning. They watch videos, learn new words, and dream about speaking fluently. Then one day, they see someone else. That person speaks faster, sounds more confident, or has better pronunciation. Suddenly, a quiet voice appears inside their mind. It says, "Why am I so slow? Why am I not good enough? Why can everyone do this except me?" If you have felt this way, you are not weak. You are human. Let me tell you about Amir. Amir started learning English at the age of 25. He worked long hours and studied late at night. At first, he felt proud. He could understand short videos and simple stories. One evening, he met an old friend who spoke English very well. The friend joked easily, used big words, and spoke without fear. Amir smiled, but inside his heart became heavy. That night, he did not open his English book. He scrolled through his phone and compared his journey to someone else's success. This is where many learners get stuck. Comparison feels natural, but it is dangerous. When you compare your beginning to someone else's middle, you feel small. When you compare your slow progress to someone else's fast results, you forget your own effort. English learning is not a race. It is more like a long walk. Some people start earlier. Some people walk faster. But everyone moves step by step, one word at a time. Now, let us pause and practice together. Repeat this sentence after me, slowly and clearly. I am learning at my own speed. Good. Say it again, with confidence. I am learning at my own speed. Feel the meaning of these words. They are not just English practice. They are life practice. The next day, Amir decided to try again. He opened a simple story and read it aloud. His pronunciation was not perfect. He made mistakes. But he noticed something important. He understood more than last month. He remembered words that were once difficult. This small awareness changed his mood. Instead of asking, "Why am I not like others?" he asked a better question. Am I better than yesterday? This question is powerful. I want you to answer it honestly. Are you better than yesterday? Maybe you learned one new word. Maybe you understood one sentence without subtitles. Maybe you spoke for 1 minute without stopping. These small wins matter. Please repeat this sentence. Small progress is still progress. Again. Small progress is still progress. Let me share a real truth with you. People who look confident today once felt lost. People who speak fluently once struggled with basic grammar. You do not see their early mistakes, their fear, or their silent practice. You only see the result. That is why comparison is unfair. You are comparing your behind the scenes with someone else's highlight moment. Now, here is a practical tip you can use today. Instead of comparing yourself to people, compare yourself to your past. Keep a simple notebook or note on your phone. Write one sentence every day in English. It can be about your day, your feelings, or this lesson. After 1 month, read your old sentences. You will clearly see growth. This will give you motivation that comparison can never give. Let us practice a short question. Answer it in your mind or out loud. What is one thing you can do today to improve your English? Take a moment. Maybe you can listen to a short story. Maybe you can repeat 5 sentences. Maybe you can speak to yourself in English while walking. There is no wrong answer. Amir continued his journey with this new mindset. He stopped checking how fast others were moving. He focused on his own steps. Slowly, his confidence grew. He started speaking more, even with mistakes. And something interesting happened. The fear became smaller. The joy became bigger. This is what happens when you stop comparing and start continuing. Before we finish this part, repeat this final sentence with me. I choose progress, not comparison. One more time. I choose progress, not comparison. Remember this whenever doubt appears. I want you to imagine another learner, maybe someone like you. This learner wakes up early, opens a video, and listens carefully. Sometimes the words feel easy. Sometimes they feel heavy. On hard days, the learner thinks about quitting. On good days, the learner feels hope. This up and down feeling is normal. Learning a language touches your identity. It makes you feel young again, like a child learning to speak. That can feel uncomfortable, but it is also beautiful. Here is another small exercise. Say this sentence aloud. Mistakes are signs of learning. Say it again, a little louder. Mistakes are signs of learning. Every time you make a mistake, your brain is building a new path. This is not failure. This is growth happening quietly. Sometimes social media makes comparison stronger. You see short clips of perfect English. Remember, those clips are edited. They are practiced. Real learning is slower and less shiny. Turn your attention back to your own voice. Speak. Pause. Correct yourself. This is how fluency is born. Let us slow down and practice vocabulary. Repeat these words. Journey. Progress. Patience. Confidence. Now, try to use one word in a sentence. You can pause the video and try. There is no rush. English will wait for you. Finally, promise yourself something simple today. Promise that you will not quit because of comparison. Promise that you will show up, even for 5 minutes. Consistency is stronger than talent. If you remember only one idea from this story, remember this. Your path is yours, and it is enough. You are capable of learning English, step by step, with patience, courage, and practice. When you continue this journey, it is important to understand one quiet truth. Comparison does not only steal joy, it steals focus. When your mind is busy watching others, it forgets to watch itself. Many learners say they want fluency, but their attention is always outside, not inside. They listen to other voices instead of their own progress. Today, we gently bring that attention back to you. Let me tell you another short story. Sarah was a university student who loved English songs. She could sing them clearly, but she was afraid to speak. In her class, there was a student who spoke English like a native. Every time that student answered, Sarah felt smaller. She stopped raising her hand. She thought silence was safer than mistakes. Weeks passed, and her English stayed quiet too. One day, her teacher gave a simple task. Speak for 1 minute about your favorite place. No notes. No phone. Just speak. Sarah felt her heart beating fast. Her hands were cold. She wanted to sit down. But she remembered something the teacher said earlier. Your voice matters, even when it shakes. So she stood up and spoke. Her grammar was not perfect. She paused many times. But she finished the minute. After class, something surprising happened. 2 students came to her and said they liked her ideas. They said her story felt real. That day, Sarah learned an important lesson. Fluency is not about sounding perfect. It is about communicating meaning. Now let us practice together. Repeat this sentence. My English does not need to be perfect to be powerful. Again. My English does not need to be perfect to be powerful. Feel how freeing that sentence is. Comparison often comes from fear. Fear of being judged. Fear of being slow. Fear of being seen. But courage grows when you act despite fear. Every time you speak, even with simple words, you are building courage. Courage cannot be compared. It belongs only to you. Here is a practical habit you can start today. Choose one short sentence and repeat it 10 times aloud. Focus on clarity, not speed. For example, repeat this with me. I am improving my English every day. Say it again. I am improving my English every day. Each repetition trains your mouth and your mind. This kind of practice is quiet, but very effective. Another helpful idea is to change how you measure success. Many learners measure success by accent or speed. Instead, measure understanding. Ask yourself, did I understand more today than last week? Did I express one new idea? Did I try even when I felt shy? These are real signs of growth. Let us pause and reflect. Answer this question honestly. What usually makes you compare yourself to others? Is it pronunciation? Vocabulary? Confidence? Write it down if you can. When you name the fear, it becomes smaller. Sarah continued speaking in class. Slowly, her sentences became smoother. But more importantly, her mind became calmer. She stopped watching the best speaker in the room. She started listening to herself. And that is when real improvement began. Now repeat this sentence slowly. I focus on my learning, not others' results. Again. I focus on my learning, not others' results. This mindset will protect your motivation on hard days. Let us learn a few useful words together. Repeat after me. Compare. Measure. Improve. Practice. Confidence. Now, try to connect two of these words in your mind. For example, I practice to improve my confidence. You can make your own sentence. Sometimes you will feel stuck. Progress will feel invisible. On those days, do something small. Listen to an easy story. Read aloud for 2 minutes. Speak to yourself in the mirror. Small actions keep the door open. Quitting closes it. Remember, language learning is not a straight line. Some days you feel strong. Some days you feel tired. This does not mean you are failing. It means you are human. Be kind to yourself in this process. Before we end this section, repeat this final thought. I give myself permission to learn slowly. One more time. I give myself permission to learn slowly. Slow learning is deep learning. Your English journey is not late. It is not behind. It is exactly where it needs to be today. As you move forward, you may notice something interesting. When you stop comparing yourself, you start hearing your own inner voice more clearly. This voice is not loud. It speaks quietly. It tells you when you are tired, when you are improving, and when you need encouragement. Many learners ignore this voice because comparison noise is louder. Today, we practice listening inward. Let me share another real-life story. Daniel worked in a small shop. Tourists often came and asked questions in English. Daniel understood some words, but he felt nervous answering. He compared himself to his coworker, who spoke English confidently and joked with customers. Daniel decided he was bad at languages. So he avoided speaking whenever possible. One afternoon, a tourist asked Daniel a simple question about price. His coworker was busy. Daniel had 2 choices. Stay silent or try. His voice shook, but he answered using simple words. The tourist smiled and understood. That smile stayed in Daniel's mind all day. It was not perfect English that helped. It was clear, simple communication. Now repeat this sentence. Simple English is real English. Again. Simple English is real English. Many learners think English must be complex to be correct. This is not true. Clarity is more important than complexity. Comparison often makes you want to use difficult words too early. But strong fluency grows from strong basics. Just like a building needs a solid foundation, English needs clear basic sentences. Do not rush past them. Respect them. Here is a helpful exercise. Speak this sentence aloud, slowly. I want to communicate, not impress. Again. I want to communicate, not impress. When your goal is communication, pressure becomes lighter. Daniel started practicing short phrases every morning. He did not try to sound like his coworker. He tried to sound like himself, but clearer. Each day, he learned one useful sentence for work. Little by little, fear changed into familiarity. Now let us pause for a short reflection. Think about where you use English or want to use English. Work. Travel. Online. Friendship. Keep that reason in your mind. Learning feels easier when you remember why you started. Comparison also affects motivation. When you think others are better, you may stop trying. But when you see learning as personal growth, motivation becomes steady. You stop chasing others and start building yourself. Repeat this sentence with intention. My journey matters. Again. My journey matters. No one else has your experiences, your pace, or your voice. Let us practice some everyday vocabulary. Repeat after me. Effort. Habit. Progress. Focus. Growth. Now choose one word and say a sentence about your English learning. You can pause and try. Sometimes you may feel embarrassed speaking English. Remember this truth. Everyone who speaks well once spoke badly. Embarrassment is temporary. Regret lasts longer. Choose action over silence. Daniel continued speaking with tourists. Some days were easy. Some days were hard. But he noticed something powerful. Tourists cared more about friendliness than grammar. This taught him a valuable lesson. Communication is human before it is perfect. Repeat this sentence. People listen to meaning, not mistakes. Again. People listen to meaning, not mistakes. Here is another practical tip. Record your voice once a week. Say the same short paragraph each time. After 1 month, listen again. You will hear improvement clearly. This is a healthy comparison. Comparing you to your past self builds confidence, not fear. Comparison with others often makes you forget your strengths. Maybe you understand English well but speak slowly. Maybe you speak well but struggle with spelling. This is normal. Balance grows with time and practice. Let us slow down and breathe for a moment. Take a breath. Now say this sentence calmly. I allow myself to grow naturally. Again. I allow myself to grow naturally. Learning English is not about becoming someone else. It is about expressing who you already are in a new language. Your thoughts, your humor, your kindness all matter. English is just the tool. Daniel eventually noticed that new coworkers compared themselves to him. That surprised him. He realized improvement is often invisible while it is happening. Trust the process even when you cannot see results yet. Now answer this question honestly. What small action can you repeat every day? 5 minutes of listening. 3 sentences of speaking. 1 short story. Choose something realistic. Consistency beats intensity. Repeat this final sentence with strength. I show up for myself every day. Again. I show up for myself every day. Remember, when you stop comparing, learning becomes lighter. You move with less fear and more joy. This is how fluency grows, quietly and steadily.